She had lost over half of the blood in her body. You can't take a baby from somebody, can't steal their baby from them, rip it out of the abdomen without trying to kill that person.
You're watching Denver 7 at 11 a.m. Let's get straight to breaking news in that trial for the woman accused of attacking a pregnant mom and taking her unborn child. Closing arguments just wrapping up in the trial for Dynel Lane.
Now, this trial moved very quickly, partially because Lane's defense team didn't even call a single witness here. So Denver 7 reporter Lindsay Watts has been covering this case from the very beginning. Lindsay, what's the latest?
Kelly and Mitch, I just ran out of the courtroom. Closing arguments finished up less than 10 minutes ago. Dynel Lane's defense team stuck with their strategy to try to convince jurors not to convict Lane for attempted first-degree murder. Lane's attorney actually told the jury that they should convict her for attempted manslaughter. We'll let you listen to just a little bit of what jurors just heard from the defense and prosecution.
The facts are obvious. Her intent is obvious. When you look at all of the evidence, all of the testimony, it proves to you beyond a reasonable doubt that everything that happened on March 18th was an intentional, purposeful act on the part of the defendant to get a baby.
Why would she do this in her daughter's bedroom, using accessible things during the attack? Why? Because it was a hasty, impulsive, and reckless act. There never was any.
Dynel Lane could spend the rest of her life in prison. Her expression really didn't change in court as she listened to closing arguments today. For some parts, she was looking down. Michelle Wilkins, who lost her child, was in court surrounded by family. She hasn't been in court for most of the proceedings, only on the day that she testified and described to jurors what she went through nearly 1 year ago. She went to Lane's apartment responding to a Craigslist ad and then was brutally attacked. Lane is a mother of two who tried to convince her common-law husband that she was pregnant. He was on the verge of forcing her to move out when the baby she told him was coming never did. Her attorneys have insisted that Lane never planned or prepared to attack Wilkins, but the prosecution has pointed to how calculated her actions were, how she lured Lane to her basement, attacked her, took the baby, and then spent hours cleaning up as Wilkins lay dying. When her common-law husband came home, they took Wilkins' child to the hospital, the very same hospital where Wilkins later showed up. This case is now in the hands of jurors and will be back in court just as soon as they reach a verdict. Live in Boulder, Lindsay Watts, Denver 7.